Welcome to the Thin Blue Line Outdoors Podcast.
This pig came bottling.
Just ended up puking last night. It sucked.
Whoa! Ah! We gut it, we wrap it in tinfoil, throw it over the fire.
All right, everyone. It is February 17th as I record this. This is the introduction to the podcast you guys will be about to listen to. This was day one, part one of our Texas hog hunting series for the podcast. The very first day we killed multiple hogs, had 4 new guys, and the team members all sat down and did the podcast, including Kyle here that you guys just saw behind me a little bit ago, and then Bert and Cooper and myself. We sit down and did a podcast talking about the whole hunt, and there will be a part 2 coming soon as well. So Kyle and I are going to get to work. We have... Let's see, I think we have, you killed 2, right? 2. So 2, 4, 6. We have 10 hogs to do today. So we're going to be busy and get to work. See ya.
That is on the recording, everybody. All right, everyone, this is Thin Blue Line Outdoors Podcast. I don't know what I don't know what number this is. This is live, not live when you guys listen to this, but live for us at Texas Wildwood hog hunting. And we are in Centerville, Texas, having a good time here. As always, we have a bunch of newbies here. We have some guys watching who are not in video right now. So we're going to talk about their kills, though, for them. So we have our hog hunt winners, and then everybody here is cops this year, which is good. Everybody's here is sergeants, but 2 people, so they're going to be our slaves tomorrow, probably. So we'll make them do more work for us. But yeah, I'm gonna let the 2 guys here on the podcast, team members, introduce themselves, and then let them go right into their first ever hog kills. So I'm gonna start with the guy who one shot, the killer of the group. Okay, so Cooper, go ahead and introduce yourself for the fans and talk about your hog, your Texas wild hog. I need to clarify that. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I just. This is a kid-friendly show. So, all right.
My name's Cooper Elam. I've been with the TBLO group for a couple of years now, but this is my first hog hunt. Coming here today, we weren't really expecting much right out the gate. We were going to do a normal sit where you can get lucky and get one maybe. So when we got down here, that was what I was expecting. But the owner out here, he's a really good guy, and he trusts us, so he let us go to the small pen today where it's easier to get some kills. And they put me in the far corner over there. I had your
350 Legend CVA, yep.
Yeah,
Hawk killing son of a gun.
The shotgun I brought down here didn't have a great scope on it, so he was nice enough to let me use that. Started off by just driving the hogs for the other guys, and then one of the non-team members who's here, he said, hey, go up and get in the stand, so I did. And I don't know, maybe like 10, 15 minutes later, we see this giant sow come right between me and Burton, and neither of us could get a shot on it, but that was the big one. And I look to my right and see that, and as soon as I look to my left, there's like 10 of them just in a line sprinting down my way. I picked the first one, the lead one, out of it, and got lucky enough to get a headshot on it, first shot. So
Did it drop or run after you shot it?
no, it dropped right in his tracks, yeah. And
Nice.
it sat there and kicked for a couple minutes, but other than that, I mean, it was done. And one hung around for a few minutes and was like
Confused?
like, what the heck's your problem, dude?
Yeah.
But they were all like pooling in that corner. Like that was the best corner to be in my opinion, today. So they were just all hanging out there. If I wanted to, I could have just spent every round.
Did you think about it?
Yeah.
And that's why I only gave him 5. So,
I even said something to you about, hey, are we going to shoot a second one? Because we still have these.
Yeah.
you could, yeah, you could.
I think he did.
So, real quick before I get to Burton and his pig, So real quick, I've said this. We've done multiple podcasts down here. I've talked about our hog hunting experience. So again, we call it hog hunting, but the best way to describe it is hog killing. So Harvey down here traps hogs all the way throughout Texas, and then brings them back to his ranch. And he's got 3 different pins, you can call them. He's got his big pin that is 30 to 40 acres, he says, and then we got the honey hole pin that's like 8 acres, he says, which I don't know if it's that big or not, but that's what he says. So again, they are in a pen. I think Ryan, the redcoat, probably coined the best term for it, where he called it redneck grocery shopping, and I think that's probably the best term for it right there. So again, we're gonna call it hog hunting because what else are we gonna call it as we do this podcast? But we're not gonna lie, it's a bunch of hog killing, but it is a blast. It's a good chance to use different weaponry that we don't get to use back home in Illinois. And all in all, it's a good time because what else are you gonna do in February when we're here? But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and kick over it to Burton. Go ahead.
All right. Burton, been on the team for a couple years. First time down here, obviously. Everybody else has already gotten their hogs for the day. I'm the last one to not have a hog out there for the first little jaunt out into the honey hole. We're set up on a corner with 3 different avenues, waiting for some hogs to come by. This group comes by. The lead hog that comes by turns and faces me, probably right at 15 yards facing me. The one behind is standing broadside. I decided that I was going to take a shot with my bow at the one broadside, while in the back of my head the entire time I'm thinking, we've already been charged by a couple hogs today. So I'm thinking, well, this one's going to charge as soon as I fire this, and I've got a revolver on my chest. I'm thinking, hey, I'm going to have to transition pretty quick just in case this charges. I end up making a horrible shot, hitting into the back, stomach area, pulling the guts out of the hog. Runs off, ends up not going very far, maybe 20, 30 yards. Work over there and actually end up using the revolver and shooting in the head from like 7 yards. 454 Kazul did a phenomenal job at that distance at ending that dog. But it was a lot of fun. I mean, being on the ground and having those hogs running within 5 yards, 6 yards, coming at you, like that's a whole different game.
Yeah, it's a blast, I know. So today, and we'll get Kyle and I will talk about our 2 hog hunt winners here in a little bit. So I know we had 2 guys today using their archery equipment, and then everybody else is using guns. I know, and tomorrow we got a bunch of different weapons that we're gonna use. Kyle, would you like to go first about your experience, or I'll go first?
No, you can go first.
Okay, so Kyle and I, since we've been down here a lot, the plan was Kyle and I were going to film our 2 hog hunt winners. So I was with Eric, who is the one who won the actual trip, and he had his bow, and we were going to try to get him a hog. And the issue with bow hunting these pigs is it's essentially a deer drive. We're trying to get these pigs up and moving, but they don't hold still. That's the biggest issue. You're going to get them within bow range. That's not hard, but they don't hold still. So we talked about, hey, try to get them to hold still if you can, but it is what it is. Take the shot when you can. Good thing is, if we don't get a shot the first time they come by, they're going to come by again. We're all good. So I know we got one shot Eric did. It was kind of moving. I think he hit a twig, if I remember right. So I hit a twig, went down. We didn't get a shot, and then we eventually. So that was actually, we were sitting in one corner. We never had any shot opportunities. So I know we asked Grady, who is our designated hog pusher every year, because he does such a great job with it. So the plan was then we were going to help Grady push hogs. And the good thing with the bow, obviously a bow's not going to travel as far as a bullet. We have more shot opportunities than what a guy with a gun is going to have, angles wise. So anyway, he gets the first opportunity, hits a twig, no luck. Gets a second opportunity. Well, we almost shot the big one. He was actually wallered up a little bit, like 20 yards away from us. And as we're getting in position, it saw us, took off running. But then we got a second opportunity, and again, he hit a twig. So he's good at killing trees, boys and girls. But hit a twig. But hey, we're gonna get a third opportunity, and this is where some trickery kind of happened here not that we're aware of. So there's no hogs around us. I made sure, scan, look. We know, if I remember right, Kyle and them were over there with trying to shoot a hog, so like, okay, they might scare them. But I was thinking, hey, these hogs might be in this watering hole that they like to go in past experience here. So again, no hogs around us. So I'm with Eric. I'm like, hey, I'll be right back. I'm just going to check this watering hole real quick, and I'll be right back. It must have started appearing as soon as I walked away, because next you know, Eric tells me this hog's coming, and it was coming towards you, right? Like I kind of like charge, kind of not running, and I hear the thwack of the bow going off, and hear the impact right away, and I'm like, damn it! I had one job, that was to film Eric, and anyway, we think it's a good shot, which we'll get to that here in a little bit. So we think it's a good shot, and we're following a lot of blood right away, and we follow blood to a dead pig. And I remember, and I didn't see the pig that Eric shot, so I'm like, hey, is this your pig? Yep, must be the pig. I mean, the blood was going right to it, and I'm like, man, it's pretty stiff already. That's kind of weird. But hey, whatever. Didn't think too much of it. We loaded up, took some pictures with it, and loaded it up, all that good stuff, and moved on with our life. Now, what's important I'll talk about is we had to pick charges during that time frame as we're getting ready to load it, and I haven't checked the footage yet. I should have got it though all, and Eric has to mag dump this pig. I don't know if we know how many times he hit it or not, but it should be all on video. This big pig's going, he's just mag dumping with his pistol, and I mean he definitely hit it, and you could tell it was hurting, but it kept blowing right past us and kept going, which that's where Kyle's going to come into this story. So in the end, which I'm going to let Kyle get to it, because in the end, Eric did get his pig. It was kind of backwards. The pig that we thought Eric killed, we did not kill. It had been dead. Was there a hole in it? Yeah, I guess we don't even know if there's a hole in it. Again, the blood went right to it. And it was definitely from Eric's, we now know it was definitely Eric's pig's blood that went to it. It was, if we just went another 5-10 yards, we would have saw it. Anyway, that pig was not. That pig had already been dead. Who knows from why? And and then this is where Kyle comes into play.
Yep. So I was hunting with Eric's buddy, Rick. So we went and sat in a box blind because he was using a gun. So we were sitting in a box blind that had pretty long. We could have taken a 50-yard shot probably if we needed to. But first set of hogs, they started pushing them. They came to us pretty fast, but they didn't come down the road or the path right in the open where you could shoot. They came more to the right, and there was just too many trees. But they hung out there for a minute or whatever. So we ended up switching because there was a door or window to the right, so you can shoot there if he was sitting there. But we were switched, so we switched positions. So if that happened again, he'd get a shot. Well, sure enough, little time goes by. Well, now they're coming right at us, right down the path. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're sprinting. So I think Rick gets one. I don't know, it's probably like 30 yards, 20 yards. Was right at us, and he shoots it right in the chest, and he hits it, and it runs off. And there was a lot of pigs there, so we get out and we're looking. We find blood, so we're like, all right, yeah, he hit it for sure. Follow the blood for a while, it peters out. So like, all right, we just got to track it down. So at this point, we're like, all right, we're looking for a wounded pig, so we're not gonna sit in the blind anymore. So we get out, walking around, trying to find the wounded pig. So now I think at the time we had 2 wounded pigs. So it was hard to differentiate. Everyone kept saying, I saw a pig with blood on it. We're like, yes, but which pig? We don't know which one. So we're following around for a little while. And eventually, I think it was the one
That charged us.
that charged you guys.
Mm-hmm, but charged us.
Charged you
But
guys.
that was the first pig with Burton. Yeah.
Yeah, and the first one with Burton.
Yep.
And we ended up catching back up with it. It's still running. And I think Rick gets another shot on it. And I don't know if that's when it blew out his leg. But then it runs a little ways, and then it's kind of get held up. So we get over there, and he finishes it off. Like, okay. We examine the pig. It's definitely the one that he magged up on.
Yeah. Bunch of holes in it.
Bunch of holes in it. But, all right, so he gets that one. So we're like, all right, we got his pig. Mm-hmm. All right, so there's still
to clarify, that pig took multiple 308. Is that which? Yeah, 300 blackout.
300 blackout.
Took multiple 300 blackout rounds.
Yes.
Multiple pistol rounds, 10
Yes.
10 millimeter, okay, and a high arrow shot
And a high arrow
from
shot.
Burton. I mean,
And it was still kicking.
yeah, these pigs, man,
they're
and
tough.
we've talked about it in another podcast here. By far, they're the toughest animals that we as a brand have hunted. They take multiple shots. It's weird. You'll drop one like Cooper did, but then we've seen them eat slugs before. I got one of my favorite videos I have is with Grady actually putting 2 deer slugs in this thing and then having to draw his pistol and keep putting more rounds into it. It's one of my favorite videos we have.
Yeah, they don't die easy.
Yeah, they don't die easy, especially seems like the big boars and when they're angry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that definitely seems like that.
We definitely had some that were angry.
Yeah, it definitely just seems like that
Yeah.
adrenaline and testosterone. Like,
Yep.
but anyway, continue.
So at that point, we got his dead hog. So we're trying to push more hogs. I think at the time, was it for Burton?
We're trying to get him. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you guys were still. Were you guys still looking for Eric?
Well, no, we thought we had it.
Oh, yeah, we got that dead one. Okay.
Yeah, we thought it.
So
We
anyway,
already
so
had
we're-
it.
So we kind of go in more push mode.
Yep.
So I put my, well, I had my camera at the moment.
Yeah.
But he puts his 300 blackout down, and we start getting to where we're pushing in. Well, we get to this one spot, and we see some hogs. We're like, okay, well, this big boar sees us. He's probably 10 yards away. Well, he stops in his tracks, just looking dead at us, and like, oh, he's coming. So he just charges us. Mm-hmm. He's on the left side of this big tree. I jump to the right of the tree. He goes to the right of the tree. I jump to the left of the tree. He goes to the left of the tree as he's running. Shit. So I just get behind the tree because he just kept following my movements. He was zigging and zagging just with me. So he just runs by the tree, runs by us, and then runs off. Like, okay. Like, I'm like, I got too much stuff in my hands. If I need to grab my pistol, I need to put this other stuff down. So I'm like, all right. So we start pushing hogs again. He runs off. So we go up and we find some more hogs, and we're trying to push them to Burton. And we push a few, but next thing you know, we notice this big one that's in like a hole. So you can see the top half of its body, and it doesn't know we're there. And it's like 10 yards. So I look at Rick and I'm like, hey, that one's just right there. Like, it has no idea we're here. You want to go kill another one? I'm like, sneak up on it. I bet you can. So he sneaks up on it. It has no idea we're there. And he shoots it and he kills it. So he kills it. We drag it out. Big pig.
Biggest
I'm
one
like-
of the, biggest one
I'm
of the
like,
trip
this
so far.
one's-
Yep.
I'm like, this one's got to be 200 pounds. It's big. It's big. So we drag it out, get it up on the road, and get it in the back of the mule. And then when did you guys look at it?
So that's where Burton's story came into play. He shoots his pig, already finished it off, and we get the mules and stuff. Take it back. So again, that watering hole where they found that one, we found that dead pig right next to it. Mm-hmm. We get to Harvey up here at the cleaning station, and Harvey tells us, hey, that pig was cold. You guys didn't kill that pig. That pig's been dead. And we're like, wow, like, what happened? We followed the blood to that pig. And I'm like, well, that watering hole is right on the other side of that pig. And we stopped looking because, hey, there's a dead pig here, I wonder if Rick's pig is Eric's pig, actually. And sure enough, once we actually examined that pig, there's a huge broadhead hole in it, which to me, it looks like it should have got part of the lungs and liver. So, I mean, that pig was going to die for sure. I was very surprised it wasn't dead already, to be honest with you. And yeah, so Eric's got his pig and which was the biggest pig of the trip so far, 205 pounds. Almost got Kyle's record. Kyle's record's 212, right? Yep, 212.
Close.
Yep, close.
I thought he had me.
So it was close, but not quite. And so at that time, all of our newbies for this trip all have a pig down, which is nice. This is the most pigs we ever had down, except for the first year. First year he had something similar he offered us, but they were way smaller. So this is by far the biggest pigs and the most pigs and overall size that we ever had on the first day, which is nice. I just think Harvey's always been great to us. And now, mind you, Harvey's told us some horror stories of some past guests. That's the biggest thing I would tell people, whether you come here or anywhere else. treat it like it's your own. Take care of the place, take care of his machinery. If you want to do it with your own stuff, don't do it here. And if you would do it with your own stuff, still don't do it here. So just again, treat it well. And I think I've shown Harvey that we can be trustworthy, even though we do some stupid stuff when going after the pigs sometimes. This hunt, and do a little advertising for Harvey here. This hunt can be as safe as you want it to be, because I know a lot of times he tells us what he does for clients is he actually pushes the hogs for them, whether that's on walking on foot or just driving the mules around. And then you can be in a box stand where they can't get you, or in a tree stand. So you can make this hunt as safe as you want to make it. None of us wanted to do that today. None of us wanted to do that today. We were all, we wanted to be, down there with them. I think almost every single one of us got charged at some point in time, or at least almost charged. Tomorrow it's going to happen again, no doubt about it. We all want to kill at least 2 pigs. Probably some of us are going to kill 3. And he always does this. I know Grady and I have mentioned this before. He always does this. He tells us, I only either got so many pigs, or, they're pretty small this year. And then they're always bigger than what he tells us every single year. So I think that's just a good outfitter trick, don't be disappointed. And they're always bigger every time. Over delivers. But these are just good people. And we will always keep going back. Tomorrow should be fun. A lot of more hogs should hit the dirt. I know Kyle is going to try to get one with the spear. And what else after the spear? You bow, you think?
Yep.
Okay. I know my 2 plans, if I kill only 2, is I have my compound and my recurve. Try to do it with those. Cooper's going to do with gun, right?
Yeah.
Don't know which gun yet, but a gun at least. Yep.
We'll see.
I'll probably end up. I've got a 30-30 with me.
Yep.
I'm gonna start out with that. I haven't killed anything with it yet, so might as well start with that. And if I have to go back to the Kazoo, then
There we go.
whatever it is.
I was surprised. I mean, that hog dropped. Dropped hard.
Straight up drop.
Yeah. I was like, holy cow. It is loud.
It is very loud.
It
That
is-
2.5-inch barrel doesn't really allow for a whole lot of.
It is loud. And then Eric, you think gun tomorrow? Bow again. You got enough arrows? Rick, you thinking gun? Well, you only have a gun, right? So, gun. Grady knife. Yeah. So, that's the one thing too. I don't know if he does this with every group, but one thing that I know I'm already looking forward to tomorrow. I think Grady is looking forward to tomorrow. Is there's times where he actually lets us kind of help push these hogs into the honey hole, and it's a good old-fashioned cattle drive, but with hogs, and we're not allowed to shoot them at that time, and it gets western sometimes, and it's so much fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. So should be a blast.
Have your steak again?
Yeah, find yourself a stick. But yeah, we ate some good food. Everybody, we're surrounded by good people here, and I'm excited for tomorrow. You guys have anything else for this podcast for this one? We're gonna keep it nice, short, and sweet.
Nope.
No, looking forward to tomorrow.
Yep. Same here. Well, we're going to keep drinking some beers and then probably go to bed and hit the ground running tomorrow. Thanks, guys, for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. This is part 1 of our hog hunting series. We're going to have another one after tomorrow night, and who knows, maybe a third if we get bored, but for sure, at least one more podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out the channel, YouTube page, website, get some merch, all that good stuff, and see you guys. Be safe out there. Bye.